Good morning, round 2. This is the second time that I'm recording this routine that I'm doing. It's going to be the same one as the first time. I'm not quite sure how much new information I'm going to be giving, but we'll just see what comes of it. I'm excited. So, to be honest, I have not done this routine since, not so great on the consistency yet. However, I'm here today doing this right now and I'm going to be posting it soon enough. So I'm working towards it, right? Okay. Oh, shoot. Anyways, let's go. Then up first we have ragdoll. We're going to be hanging. I like touching my elbows and just going vertebrae for vertebrae, hanging. You can just try and touch your toes. I probably should have warmed up. I really noticed that in the back of my legs. I guess I should have done a few squats. Anyways. Oh yeah, right. You can always do this. Just bend your knees. Left, then right. That allows for a little bit more of an intense stretch. When you're down in this position, I recommend that you basically not quite suck in your tummy, but activate your core. It protects your lower back. Oh, and also if you let your head hang, you really notice the nerves. At least I noticed the nerves shooting down from my neck down to the upper back. It's not super comfortable, but I mean, it's good to do. Next are arm circles. I'm gonna go forwards first. To be honest, I prefer going backwards more because I notice like around here, it's a little bit hard to raise my arms, but that's just gonna get better. It's always super important, keep your core activated. And back. I know I just started, but I'm already warm. Just do a nice stretch up at the top. And this really loosens up your shoulders, gets the blood flowing. Yeah. Next is the side bend. Hand on your hip, one arm up, and going over. The stretch is right here. Super, super nice. I like stretching like 2 or 3 times and then going in for the strength. If you want to do strength, like remove your hand from your hip, hold it here by the side, and then you really got to do more work to pull your upper body back up. And again on this side, first to support, get your body used to this movement. Stretch, and then start with the strengthening. As you might see, I'm not quite sure, don't see it yet on the camera, but if you see this right here, it's a side abdominal muscle just showing itself. That really it makes it easier to see what you're working on. You always basically work the side opposite to the one that you're bending towards. Next are the air squats, arms behind the head again, and then down we go. What I do is I make sure that the knees don't really pass the toes. You can, sure, the body can do it, but I prefer this position. It allows my back to remain straight and is something that I recommend to beginners. And it allows for a lot better balance, in my opinion. Next is the squat stretch. Back down and spread legs, spread eagle. Use your elbows to press against and your hands as a support. This is a good routine. Just a few moves in, it's like hot. I wonder what it's gonna be like in summer. I'll have to wear even less. Okay, up. Next are the leg swings. I prefer doing this slower and with my toes flexed again. The slower you are, the less you use swing. And that means your legs or your muscles have to be far more engaged than if you just do this, right? You can definitely try it at home. I'm sure you'll notice the difference. And here again, we are on one leg balancing. It's very important that you engage your core. This is also a great tummy exercise, but the cool thing is you really only notice your legs. I love how in most exercises, it's not just one muscle group that you train, it's a whole combination. So, get fit. I'm noticing I haven't done this in a bit. It's not to say I haven't done any exercise, it's just I haven't done this specific one. Okay, lateral leg swings. Just like in the first video, I raise to the side and then I bring the leg in front as if I'm kicking a ball. And then I raise it back up and meet the feet together. If you can, try not to set your foot on the ground. If you do need more balance, feel free to set your foot down. Honestly, I feel like I'm remarkably still, considering that when I started doing this, I had my airplane arms and I was looking like this. It was probably the sight to see in the gym. Probably hilarious, but with time, you get stiller and more balanced, which is cool because I know where I began. I know what I look like. And now I see this, I'm like, oh, sweet. And again, here we are training the outside muscles and here the inside. Okay, lateral lunges, so side lunges. Wide foot stance, feet facing forward. We sit down, I basically push my butt kind of backwards and just sit. You can have your arms out here, butterfly wings, or you can pull them back. That basically just, oh, hold up, I'm supposed to switch. It basically just activates the muscles between your shoulder blades. Because I'm leaning forwards with my upper body, I have my core engaged. Ultimately, you want to have your core engaged all the time. It keeps you more stable, it supports your back, and it's a great abs exercise. I can highly recommend it. It does take a little bit of getting used to be honest. But it's totally worth it. And then if you can get a little bit lower. Getting lower does take time. Just start where you can. Moving rapidly allows your muscles to basically pull and stretch and the blood to flow. You get warmer quicker. Next is the lunge. Knee on the ground, toes on the ground. One leg far forwards. We want to make sure our knee is above the ankle. We have this nice stretch going on here. And arms up. Same thing on this side, knees above the ankles, nice long stretch. Oh, and try and keep your shoulders low. I know, if you raise your arms, it's like, oh, go up to the ceiling, but keeping them low is, well, just something you can try. Okay, my favorite pose, the reverse lunge. Okay, do it for the splits. Do it for the splits. Ah. Yeah, if you have tight hamstrings, you're gonna feel it. I do recommend, also pull your feet flex. I do recommend if you by chance exercised like the day or two before and have tight muscles, try and move a little bit before you do this stretch routine. Just do a few squats, a few calf raises. That allows the blood to get flowing and the muscles to get used to the fact that you're about to be stretching. Stretching cold kind of sucks. I realize that now. I should probably warmed up a little bit, but whatever. Ooh, the lizard pose. Yeah, if you remember from last week, the last time I posted, I like holding it this way, and then I also like tipping inwards. This allows for a really nice stretch down here. And then I also like tipping outwards. You feel a stretch up here and also on the outside glutes. Plus it's kind of cool, you can pretend you're Spider-Man or something. Just a thought passing my mind when I'm looking in the mirror here. Okay, have the lizard pose, bending outwards first. Again, this is my choice. You don't have to, you can just do the classical lizard pose, which is just holding it. But I notice I get a pretty good benefit of this, so I do it. Okay, frog pose. Legs wide, feet together in the back, and then up on your elbows. You can do some pulse movements. That means going forwards and backwards. You really notice this in your hip flexor. And since I want to do the splits both ways, this is just got to be part of it. Oh, yeah. And also, like last week, if you pull yourself forwards, you notice it a bit more in the lower back. I like moving between these three movements. You have the feet behind your butt, you have them here and then behind the knees or parallel to the knees, and then all the way out when you move yourself forwards. I prefer dynamic exercises to static ones. Both are good, both are worth doing. Just, I have a preference. So again, here, cat, cow, pull in, belly button to your spine. Go left and right. It's like making a C shape. Your shoulder to hip allows this part of your body to stretch. And if you remember last time, I have also included this exercise twice so that I can add the spine rotation. You basically move your hips and your rib cage at the same time. And then switch directions. This does take a bit of focus. No idea what this looks like, but it's good for my body. Whew. Okay, the leaning figure 4. I like going up, putting my ankle onto my knee, and then sitting down. You notice it right here. Again, this is a great move to do if you have trouble with your sciatic nerves or if you just tend to have tight glutes. Up, and then sit down. Scoot this foot closer to your butt. You notice it a bit more. It's kind of gray out today. I prefer when the sun shines and the sky is blue, but that's coming soon enough. Okay, double knee spinal twist. This app says to keep it to the side. I prefer moving my legs from side to side. Try and keep your shoulders and elbows on the ground. This is really great for your abs. It's also a great exercise that you can do in the morning in your bed before getting up. It just really wakes up your spine, gets you a little bit looser. You can also hold it to the side for a few seconds. Try and get both sides if you do that. Okay, we've got to switch. One leg long, one angled, and then over to the side to the mat. And then again here, try and keep your shoulders on the ground. Depending on how you hold your arms, I've got mine at a diagonal slant up. It stretches this armpit muscle, this muscle right here. So just up in the diagonal and back. Something you can try out. And that's it. That's it for this routine. Ta-da!